In today's video, we'll be learning how to play Uno Dare. This game is great for parties or family get-togethers and puts a fun twist on Uno. Let's get started. First, choose a dealer, and that dealer shuffles the deck and deals 7 cards to every player. Then, the remaining cards go into the center of the table face down. Flip the top card from the draw pile and create the discard pile. If this card happens to be an action card, you may either choose to ignore the action on this card, such as reversing order of play, or you can keep flipping cards from the top of your deck until you get a non-action card, such as a number card like this green 3. The player to the left of the dealer then goes first, with play continuing clockwise from there. Before we do the rest of the tutorial, if you don't already own Uno Dare and you'd like to purchase the game, consider using my affiliate link. It's embedded into this video, and if you purchase the game through my affiliate link, not only do you get Uno Dare, I get a small commission, which helps support the channel, and I would really appreciate it. The goal of Uno Dare is to get rid of all of the cards in your hand. To do this, you need to place cards from your hand onto the discard pile. You may play a card from your hand to the discard pile if it either matches in color or symbol. In this case, I have this green 8, which matches in color, so I can play it onto the discard pile. If the card doesn't match in color but does match in symbol, you may also play that card onto the discard pile. Then, the color on the discard pile is changed from the previous color to the new card's color. For example, this green 8 turns into a red 8. If none of your cards are able to play onto the discard pile, you must draw a card. If that new card is able to be played onto the discard pile, you may play it right away. You may also choose to just keep it in your hand. If the card you drew cannot play, you just put it into your hand and lose your turn. If you play a card and you end up having only one card left in your hand, you must yell Uno. If you don't and another player catches you, they can challenge you and you have to draw 2 cards. So always remember to yell Uno when there's only one card in your hand. Let's now talk about the action cards in this game. First is the reverse card. When this card is played, order of play is reversed. If the player to my left would have gone next, then the player to my right goes next instead. Then order of play is reversed until another reverse is played onto the pile. The next card is the skip card. When this card is played, the player who would have gone next then loses their turn, and then it is the next player's turn. The player who got skipped does not have to take any other actions, they just lose their turn. Let's now go over the main new addition to this game, these dare cards. The game itself provides 4 dare cards with a list of 16 dares each. You'll notice that on the draw 2 cards, it says +2 or choose dare number blank. So how does this card work? Well, if I were to play a +2 or do dare number 10, the next player could either choose to draw 2 cards from the draw pile or do dare number 10 and not have to draw any cards at all. If the player fails to do the dare or chooses not to do it in the first place, they must draw 2 cards. If they succeed in the dare, they don't have to draw any cards at all and lose nothing. Every +2 card in this game says or choose dare number blank. For example, dare number 4, dare number 15, dare number 6, or dare number 7. This also includes wild cards. This is the wild draw 2 card. You can play this card onto the discard pile at any time to change the color on the discard pile. Then, the card functions very similarly to the draw 2 dares. The next player can either choose to do the dare and avoid drawing cards, or decline and not do the dare and just draw 2 cards. Once again, if a player fails the dare, they will have to draw 2 cards anyway, even if it's not their turn. There is one thing I'd like to mention about the dare cards that's different from the rest of the action cards. If the first card flipped over at the beginning of the game to create the discard pile is a dare card, the player to the left of the dealer chooses to do the dare or draws 2 cards. This is the only time where an action card's action is carried out, even if it is the first card flipped up. Now, these dare cards are listed from 1 to 16, and that's because these dare sheets come with a list of 16 dares each. Before the game, the players will choose which dare card they like to use. The 4 dare cards included in the game are Uno Dare Show Off, Uno Dare House Rules, Uno Dare Family, and Uno Dare Daredevil. The family dares are fairly tame. They're just kind of funny dares that you can do with people of all ages. The Daredevil dares are left a little bit more up to chance or skill. For example, one of the dares on here says draw exactly 10 cards from the draw pile, and if you fail to do that, you'll have to draw the 2 cards from the draw 2 card. Show-off dares are impersonations. For example, act like a dog until your next turn. Do a runway model walk across the room. You'll be impersonating somebody, and if you don't do the dare, then you'll have to draw 2 cards. And my personal favorite is the Uno House Rules dares. You may notice that there's no dares actually written down on this card. That's because you can fill in the 16 dare slots with whatever dares you want. And that's the entire tutorial. Once again, if you don't already have Uno Dare and you'd like to purchase the game, consider using my affiliate link as it helps support the channel and you get the game that you want. Leave a like if this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.